Mm. And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm Eric, and we actually have a lot to talk about. I did tell you that I was going to be back, and I am back. We have a lot to talk about, and so much. Time is everything. So get ready for the action. We have a lot to talk about. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually show you specifically what's going on our radar and composite and everything. And then I have models up and we're ready to go. So let's technically see what we can get done and see how quickly we can get that. So I tried to make the screen as big as I could. So I believe we should be okay for the most part. All right, so we are going to get started. Let me see if I can fix the screen one more time. I just need to move this over just a little bit. Hold on. Then that way, this is a little bit better, and then everybody can see what's going on. Okay, that's better. All right, I've got it more, a little bit more angled, a little bit more focused, and that way everybody can see what's going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. We actually have winter weather advisories up. We have winter storm watches that are up across the Midwest. I have been monitoring this major winter storm for the last 24 hours. I've been on this since the time that it started rocking and rolling to begin with, and when it started to develop, I was practically on this. So technically, it's really been a very, very exciting day. That is for sure, and everything is happening just the way we wanted it. So technically, that's actually a surprising note. So winter weather advisories across the Midwest. Winter storm watches are in effect for parts of the Midwest as well. So there is some concern now, and the question is technically right now is what what is Michigan going to be expecting, especially for Southeast Michigan. Uh, right now that'd be a question mark. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be a winter storm watch or a winter weather advisory. I know that we're going to technically be getting snow out of this, so it could be either one of them, either a winter storm watch or a winter weather advisory. Mainly, it's basically a question mark. Technically, I think it could be either one. I'm not quite sure. We'll just have to wait and see. The only thing I can tell you basically would be my guess would be I'll have to continue to keep an eye on the radar and composite and everything, and I'll have to mainly watch and see what happens as far as the severe weather watches and stuff go, because technically that's what we've got mainly going on. So it technically all depends. So this is all I know is that if there's going to be more winter storm winter storm warnings or watches that get issued across the Midwest, and that technically gives me a heads up of the world change in status of what is to be expected. So clearly, I'll keep you posted on that. We don't have Michigan. We don't have any concerns right now. We don't have any action going on right now. But like I said, things are starting to really get more interesting, more active across the Midwest. I most definitely will follow up on that and let you know for sure. So I apologize. It's just that there's actually a mad rush of what's going on today. So technically, let's kind of keep this moving here. So as you can see on our GFS models, uh, uh, right now technically we don't have anything going on right now. But basically we had said earlier in the show, I've been telling you in some of the reports that actively things are going to be on the quiet side, but don't really get used to that because we have this major winter storm that's going to really pound the Midwest. So that's actively because of the reason why we've got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings that are up. So mainly that's the reason why things are really getting a lot more interesting around here. So everything is technically quiet in the upper parts of Michigan, northern Michigan, western and southeast Michigan, nothing going on for you. There is going to be a little bit of snow activity up in the northern parts of Michigan, clearly, and that's actually going to be way up here in the northern parts of Michigan. You'll see a little bit of snow action, but for the most part, most of other areas of Michigan, it's going to be fairly quiet. And then there are actually other sections that are mainly quiet, but don't get too used to that because as we go into time, things are going to get more active around here. So that's what I'm talking about. So everything will remain quiet for Michigan, but heads up, Michigan, you got a big impact coming. So you can see that the major winter storm is actually getting closer to us. So as we go into the day tomorrow, things are going to get a lot more interesting. We've got a lot of snow we have a lot of snow that's going to be on the way that you can see on the GFS models right here. And then we have a little bit of rain, and we have some freezing rain that's mainly starting to develop that's in this GFS model. We'll continue to keep things rolling here. So basically, during this whole time, you guys, just so this way I'm a little bit more caught up and up to speed and all this kind of stuff to keep this thing going. I'm mainly going to keep this thing going, and you're mainly going to be seeing me, but mostly you're going to be seeing a lot of what's going on with GFS models, so you have heads up of what's going on. So that's clearly what I'm here for. Okay? So as you can see, this major winter storm is going to continue to impact the Midwest. There's going to be a lot of snow with this. I'll let you know exactly how much snow we're going to get out of that. I'm just checking to see if. Wait, let me fix my camera here just a second. It just moved over a little bit. Just 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, it just moved over a little bit. I apologize for that. It actually cut out a little bit of the map there, and I actually fixed it. So technically, I'm sorry. So here's the front of the storm. So as of tomorrow, things are going to get a lot more interesting, and it will be. It's going to be quite active across the Midwest. So as it continues to push across the Midwest, the upper parts of Michigan, like Lance, Michigan, Iron Mountain, you guys are going to start to see a lot of the action go on, and then you can see it won't be long. It's going to be impacting a lot of areas like Wisconsin and Chicago and all of that, Illinois, and then after Chicago, Michigan will be the next phase of line for the main action of the storm and up and beyond. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and continue to track that. And you can see it's still making its move. You can see in upper Michigan, they've got the snowstorm part of it. The other half of Michigan does not, but as it continues to move on through, we're going to start to see changes with that. And then there's actually a wintry mix that's starting to set up down in the south. It's far away from Michigan, but we're in this model. I'm sorry if I sound a little stressed. It's just I'm really focused on this. So basically, what I meant to say was, in this GFS model, we have all of the snow right here with the storm system, and then we also have a wintry mix that is in place as well, and there's actually sleet with that and freezing rain. So that is probably going to be another problem that other people in other states are going to be facing. So things are going to actually be turning around for the worse. So we'll technically let you know, and I apologize that you're not seeing me in the video. It's because you're seeing maybe more of what's going on in the screen. That's why I'm trying to speed up on some things here. So there's the wintry mix right there. That's still down in the south. There's actually some sleet, freezing rain that's contended with that. There's actually more of an expansion of sleet in this GFS model for January 24th, which is tomorrow, because that's when the main event is really going to start happening. So it's going to impact most of the Midwest here, and it's going to continue to make its march northeast, and it's going to impact Michigan, the Great Lakes. So be ready for this. It's going to be knocking on our door. We'll talk about snow. We'll talk about snow accumulations very, very soon. I'll have that report coming up shortly. Okay. So technically, we have the snow right here, and we have the wintry mix down here. So these are still models of what's going to be going on tomorrow. So as the storm continues to shift and continues to impact Michigan, behind it there's actually clearing, and things are starting to actually fade away, and things are quiet technically in parts of the Midwest. And then in the Northeast, there's actually nothing going on at the current time. Everything remains quiet for the Northeast and the other section of the Midwest that I was trying to explain to you. And also, I just want to tell you this right now. I'm sorry if I sound a little stressed. I'm really, really focused on this. So, the snowstorm still is impacting on Michigan, so the snow is still going to be on the verge, and it's still going to aim and leave us some accumulating snow as well. In the darker blue, it does look like we may even see some heavy snow. I have to continue to keep an eye on that for sure. And then you can see that we do technically have all the snow on top of Michigan. You can see that the snow system is actually starting to split or divide, actually, but there's still precipitation with that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's over, but it's still there. I'll have to keep an eye on that, but it's still stuff that needs to be watched. So Michigan snow continues to be active for us as well. So people that live in Michigan, just be ready for some action here. It's going to be on the way. So we'll talk about snow. We will talk about snow accumulation in the next half an hour or so. So I'm clearly trying to get this caught up as quickly as I can. I got a lot going on right now, and this is our main focus here. Now, as we go into time, on the 25th, and this would actually be on Monday. So after we're done with Monday, we're going in. After we're done with Sunday, I'm sorry, it's very, very confusing. So after we're done with Sunday, we're going into Monday. So Michigan still has snow going on, and there's technically some precipitation left over. There's still some wintry mix that's actually left over on the 25th, but you can see that there's a lot of clearing across the Midwest. So that means that things are quiet, so there's mainly going to be a break in the action for a little bit, and then in the Northeast, there's not technically a lot of activity going on. I do apologize for this. I'm actually new doing this because I've actually decided to add more stuff to the weather report, so that's what it's all about here. So we got to be ready for this. So then we're going to get a break. We're technically going to get a break in the action on January the 25th, but then don't get used to that for too long because we've got more action on the way. So after the snow leaves, so after it pushes out of Michigan, that snow is going to leave and go to Canada. Canada will have all that snow, so you can see that we've got some precipitation, a wintry mix, some snow and stuff in the Northeast. That's happening, but then we also have more action developing that will be giving us our next burst, our next shot of energy for another potential. So the next phase of the storm is on the way. So we'll be dealing with round one. That comes in here for the weekend. Then we got the next round on the way. So as you can see on here, we have our next, as you can see on here, I'm going to back up for a second. As you can see in this model right here, you can actually clearly see that we do, however, have, we've got snow and all this stuff going on. We also have rain. We've got rain. In here, we've got rain, showers, and thunderstorms, and possibly severe weather that's down in the south. So you can see that things are actively getting very, very wild, and it's going to look very, very wild, and more so. Wintry mixes also in play with this as well, and more snow in the action, so things are going to get a lot wilder than we thought it was going to be. For January the 25th, everything is going to be on the move here. So technically, you can see in this model right here that we do have the next phase of our storm that is going to be on the horizon. It's going to be making its move. It's actually very, very bigger than the one that we have coming before that. So you can see that this next major winter storm is really going to be making its move. You can see how huge and large this thing is. It is really going to make a big, big change. So as we get into Tuesday, this storm is really going to take aim for parts of the Midwest and then Southeast Michigan. Southeast Michigan, the Great Lakes, Chicago, and that. Be ready for Detroit, Michigan. Be ready for that. Ohio, be ready for this. Get ready for the next burst of activity because as of Tuesday, that's when all the action is going to continue to make its punch. So, more so, Michigan, be ready for the next burst of energy. The next chance for a major winter storm, the next shot of energy is going to be on the way, and that is basically going to be happening on Tuesday, actually, as a matter of fact. And it's only a couple of days away, and then we'll have our next burst of energy coming on Tuesday. So, accurately, things are going to be quite a mess. So we'll talk about snow accumulations in just a little bit. We've got more to talk about where this came from. So things are going to get quite active in the Midwest on Tuesday. This snowstorm is really going to gain its punch. It's practically going to cover most of Michigan. You can just see that it's really starting to get widespread across the Midwest, Michigan, Canada, Ontario, Canada, Sarnia, Upper Michigan. You guys are starting to see snow as well. So when we get into Tuesday, things are going to be even more interesting than what we've ever seen before. I'm telling you, this is going to be really exciting. The Northeast, you guys are actually going to have a wintry mix that's going to go into action for you guys. There's going to be some sleet with this. There's going to be some rain with that as well. So you can see how interesting Tuesday is going to get, and that's the day right after Monday. So as we continue, and I'm going to tell you right now, we have not seen the worst of this as I can tell you as of right now. It's going to continue. The Northeast is going to continue to see the snow and whatever's left of the wintry mix. But as you can see, we're actually going to have one snowstorm after another. We were talking about this earlier in the last weather forecast and update when I had told everybody previously. I told you that we were going to have several major winter storm and impacts. Well, there you have it. It's going to be after one storm after another, so you can see the Northeast is going to get impacted as well. So after that, we got our next shot of a major winter storm. So get ready for that. And I'm basically gonna tell you guys right now, please keep your snow shovels handy. If you have not gotten to the grocery stores or whatever, please continue to think about this because there's probably going to be times where you're not going to technically going to be able to get out and about. So kind of think about that and keep that in mind because traveling is also going to be a concern. So we'll talk about that when we get closer to that. And that is going to be another concern. So hopefully a lot of us are prepared for that. If you're not, you might want to think about getting to the store as soon as you can. All right, so we're going to continue. So as we go into time, pretty much for the most part, it is going to be very, very busy. It is going to be wild. we're gonna get breaks in between, but for the most part, it's technically gonna be busy. So we're gonna get our breaks, but for the most part, keep all of your shovels handy and stuff because it's hard to say how much snow accumulation we'll be expecting, but there's not going to be no worries. I will definitely have the snow accumulation totals for you. I'll have snowfall totals coming up, so please stay tuned with me, and I'll be back within the next half an hour with a snowfall forecast that's coming up. So stay tuned. I've got your snow forecast coming up right after this. Stay tuned, and if you have